Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and I got a golden ticket. I got a ticket for running a red light. Because dicks with sticks. I got a ticket for running a red light in a town in the Netherlands called Eindhoven, whatever. And I ran the red light, so technically I got what I deserved. Practically, however, I don't think I deserved the ticket. I ran the red light because the hoops in the road weren't able to detect my motorbike. Like, just not at all. And as a result, I didn't get a green light. And it was half 2 in the evening. And yeah, I had been waiting for like 2 minutes when I realized I wasn't gonna get a green light. So when I realized I wasn't going to get a green light, I decided to wait for like 2 minutes, like actual 2 minutes on the clock, to see if any light would pop up behind me to help me get a green light. And when they didn't, I decided to cross because I needed to take a right, and I saw headlights in the distance, but they were like 1 or 2 minutes away, and I wasn't gonna wait. I was like, I've been standing here for quite a long time, whatever. So unfortunately for me, those 2 headlights were a police van. And the police don't take too kindly to running red lights. But unfortunately for me, the hawk-eyed police officer behind the steering wheel noticed that his light was green when I decided to traverse this dangerous and busy intersection. And because I decided to traverse this intersection despite not having the green light, thus permitting me so, he decided to give me a fine. And I decided that police officers, when they stop you, would probably be reasonable. Just like that lovely chap in that car over there. But unfortunately he was not moved by my story about how I, as a motorcyclist, tried to rescue myself from the clasps of the red light. And yeah, basically what he said was, well, maybe you didn't get a green light, but that doesn't mean you could run a red one. No one can run a red light. So his alternative to just, you know, waiting and seeing what will happen and then deciding to move was, his suggestion was, well, just kind of stand there until a car comes up behind you, because they're bound to come up behind you eventually. Now, as this conversation was going on, not any other vehicle was passing this road. So his suggestion was basically, I'd rather you stand there for 1-2 hours waiting for a car than use your own sensible judgment to carry on your way. That's his suggestion. Now I got a bit upset about that logic, and I decided to do a bit of research and see if there's any loopholes I could exploit to avoid paying this fine. And I noticed that then in America there's been a movement going on. I'm not entirely sure what it's called out of the top of my head, that basically says if you are not getting a green light because the hoops are not detecting your motorcycle, use your own you know, judgment to see when you can, you know, traverse safely and merge into traffic. That's a magnificent law, because, you know, the police can still say, well, you're a cunt because, you know, you didn't wait for an opportune moment. So you have to do it safely, but it also avoids you getting a frickin' fine for just something that's been designed badly. And this is a common problem, because there's also a movement in the Netherlands that's called MAG, which is basically an association for motorcyclists and their, you know, their agenda. And I can only imagine that, like, police officers on motorbikes have the same problem when they do that route on motorbikes. Like, this has to, you know, I can't be the only one. It's not like only this bike isn't getting noticed by those groups. It's not only that light. There's like quite a few lights where I know I'm not going to get a green light if there's no one behind me. So please, just please, why not fix that problem rather than give me fines for nothing? And I mean, if anything, you should give me a fine for speeding, because I was doing 10 over the speed limit. But that's not a problem, is it? No, it's the red light. Even though there was no one on that intersection. Probably annoys me, that. Honestly. And I always try to remain positive, because, you know, 99 of 100 cops are just people that you can, you know, argue with in you know, the good manner. And they will try to understand your point of view, and then they'll, you know, elaborate their point of view. And the bottom line is probably that, you know, you'll still have to get you'll still get the fine, and you'll still have to pay the fine, but you'll understand their point of view. And this guy just, he wasn't open to suggestion. He wasn't listening to me at all. I think that's the most infuriating, because, you know, it's quite expensive running a red light, but if it was justified, I would pay that. Because if you have it come in, man up and pay up. But if I have no other option, I kind of feel betrayed. So, you know, that's something that's in motion. I've postponed payment, so I'm not going to pay it just yet, and just wait what they'll have to say. I haven't had a response, because this is like, I think it's like a week ago, and I'm just not going to pay. I'm trying to keep up to date with how the process is going, so I don't get fines for not paying my fine, because that's a thing. And yeah, hopefully it'll end well. I mean, I don't feel like I did anything wrong. But yeah, it's not just talking tough or fuck the police. I mean, I know that the police does what they do for the best and to protect the people, and I respect that. But, you know, they're there for the safety of the people, and not to kind of nitpick every freaking written law there is. But yeah, as I said, I can't be the only one. There must be people that have had this problem at that particular traffic light, and hopefully they will have reported that as well. Hopefully. So yeah, that's my rebellious story of me running a red light. I'll mention it in my next videos when I learn something, and when I have an update, I'll make sure to let you guys know. But for now, yeah, let's just hope that the people that will handle my ticket will do so reasonably. Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Anyway, that's it for now.